Well, my name is not Hove. My formal name is Andrew Craig Bell. Most people refer to me as Bell. However, I've been called just about everything ranging from Andrew, Andy, Drew, and so on. Where do I begin? Findlay has been home to me for most of my life, aside from the 2 years I did attend college in Kentucky. I was born at the Blanchard Valley Hospital just down the street from the university, and I've attended high school at a public school by the name of Van Buren High. During my time at Van Buren, I was active in sports and throughout the community. Considering this exercise revolves around telling our unique stories throughout social media, I decided to share with you all some of the various platforms I use on a daily basis, located on the right of your screen. I tend to use Instagram and Snapchat the most, I would say, and with different platforms shown. However, my goal for this class is to engage with more people and grow my brand throughout LinkedIn, something I struggle with. Not only just that, but being consistent with the content that I put out. I think one of the biggest flaws of mine is that I tend to go long periods of time without posting, and that is uncommon for someone like myself who typically has a lot to say most of the time. In other words, I'm not afraid to speak my mind and socialize with others. I just don't show that side of me throughout social media. Most people use social media as a popularity contest, and I'm not for that personally. However, I understand how important self-expression is. I decided to break down my post into 4 separate categories. Those 4 are going to range from family, sports, love, and adventure. So family has always been a staple of mine. I have an amazing supporting cast, and over the years I've been blessed with so many beautiful personalities in my life. More importantly, my grandparents. The greatest teacher is time, and my grandpa Jack always had a unique way of passing down the knowledge that he obtained throughout his life. Whether it was long talks on the front porch or shooting clay pigeons with him at the UCOA club, I cherished every second I had with that man. And the same holds true really for my grandma Shank. And just for your information, on the far left is my grandpa, on the far right is my grandma. The posts on the far left and right were tributes to those two, and they've been some of the most inspiration to my life, hence why I showed tribute to them. My lovely mother, who has practically dedicated her life to me, is shown in the middle. We both share a love for John Mayer, and we happen to be actually at one of the concerts at the time of the post. Great show, I must say. And last but not least, Callie Girl, my unique and interesting cat who is ungodly spoiled. But what pet isn't? Realistically, I probably could have done 2, 3, 4, or 5 slides on sports, but I tried to keep it to a bare minimum. So to say I am obsessed with sports is somewhat of an understatement. I grew up practically doing it all: basketball, baseball, golf, soccer, motocross, inline skating, snowboarding, and so on. I'm very competitive, or fierce, as my girlfriend would say, and hate to lose more than I like to win. The cool thing about sports is it brings people together, in my opinion. Basketball has always been my number one love, and you'll see that spread throughout some of the pictures on the screen. Whether it was channeling my inner Michael Jordan while watching The Last Dance, remembering Kobe and what he's done for the basketball community, of course Gigi as well, rooting on my Kentucky Wildcats at all cost, or cherishing every last Tiger moment I can witness before his legacy is capped off. I love it all. I decided love comes in many shapes and sizes, and this one is the most unique of them all to me. Paige and I have been together for almost a year and a half now, and she's helped shape me not only into a better man, but pampered me pretty much throughout time. Similar to my mother. What can I say? I struck gold. FYI, I suggest finding someone who takes care of you as much as you take care of them. Aside from the point, Paige and I share a lot of similarities. The picture on the far left is when I bought a snowboard for her on her birthday. One of my dreams has always been taking trips with big groups of people out west aboard, and I thought, heck, why not? It'd be a good idea to get her involved. Last year, I took her to Chicago for the first time to visit the Bean, like every basic white girl wants to do. No offense, Paige. And we followed that up by getting some deep dish pizza to bring in the new year. Dates revolve around lots of laughs, good food, and plenty of pictures. Some are the ones on the far right that took place at Topgolf and a spot by the name of LaRue's in Grand Rapids, Ohio. Really good restaurant. Fellas, I would highly suggest taking a woman there for a date night. Just saying. Good views. Adventures was fitting to me on this list because traveling is something I'm very passionate about. Thanks to hobbies like snowboarding, riding dirt bikes, and golf, I've had the ability to branch out and see amazing parts of the world that I would have never been able to see before. I had never been out west until I picked up snowboarding, and because I took that leap of faith, it's now one of my favorite pastimes. The picture in the middle is when I went to Breckenridge, Colorado for the first time, one of the highest mountain peaks in the States, and the video on the far right is a hidden gem by the name of Snowshoe, West Virginia, that I posted on my YouTube channel. Aside from that, the picture on the far left is of my dirt bike. I no longer have it anymore, but during the time that I had it, I went on trips to Wolverine, Michigan all the time with family, and it was always a way to come together with big groups of people.